Welcome to Basic and Bookish Podcast, where today we are discussing our favorite moments and characters from Crown of Midnight, Book 2 of the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas. I'm Kinsey.
And I'm Karly. I'm experiencing Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas for the first time. Well, if we don't count me DNFing.
Pausing.
At Air of Fire.
And I am here as our resident Throne of Glass fan to guide the way. Honestly, I can't wait to hear your initial reactions to certain scenes.
Today we are discussing our Crown of Midnight Book 2 thoughts and reactions, including favorite key characters and moments. You can check out our timestamps for each section in the show notes.
This is part of our Massive Maasverse Mayhem Crash Course season, where we will cover favorite ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, and Crescent City moments, world building and lore breakdowns, ACOTAR 6 theories, and more before the sequel's release on October 27th, 2026. And once ACOTAR 6 is here, we'll be right by your side to recover from the inevitable cliff hangover before ACOTAR 7's release on January 12th, 2027. And yes, we will be updating our theories between releases.
This is your official spoiler warning for Crown of Midnight. If you haven't finished reading Crown of Midnight yet, we definitely recommend pausing the show and returning after you've finished.
Like, seriously, you need to pause and go back.
Some big spoilers.
Big spoilers. Due to the nature of this book, this podcast is rated R in content and language.
If you'd like to skip the ads and have access to full video formats, it's available now on Patreon. That link can be found in our show notes.
Now, prepare to break through the word gate because we're entering the Maasverse. Okay, first things first, I am dying to discuss the ending of Crown of Midnight with you. So, listeners, this is your final spoiler warning. Like, I'm not messing around because we get a huge reveal and possibly one of the hardest endings I have ever read in my life. Like, it just goes so hard every single time I read it. Celaena Sardathian wasn't in league with Aelin Ashriver Galathinius. Celaena Sardathian was Aelin Ashriver Galathinius, heir to the throne and rightful queen of Terrasen. Okay, so I just love that quote so much. It is so epic. I was fully expecting the Aelin reveal because they mentioned her way too many times in Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight. So, and her timeline also matches up with Celaena. So I was like, there's no way that Celaena is not Aelin Galathinius. That said, I still loved the reveal. I ate that shit up, and I absolutely lost my mind once Chaol figured it out because it just increases the stakes so much more. He's like, oh shit, I am sending her to her family. This is not good. Anyway, it still makes me super giddy, obviously, when I reread it. And I remember the first time I was like, wait, I need to go back in time now for the Assassin's Blade. I just want to read Heir of Fire, which is like part of the issue of reading the Assassin's Blade third, right? Anyway, I have been talking for way too long. Karly, how did you react when you initially read it?
I was not surprised, and I'm trying to think back to when I first read it because I did know this starting to read. I did remember this fact.
Yeah.
But when I started reading this series, they mentioned her a bunch of times. Whenever a character is sure that someone can't be there, when she's like so sure, she's like, there's no way, Aelin, they're lying. She's doing that.
She's dead. She's not building an army. What do you mean? No, impossible.
Whenever a character is 100% sure something isn't happening, I'm like, okay, like, but why? And
she does protest too much.
Yeah. So it didn't surprise me that that's what was going on. And like, we knew, the whole time that she isn't who she's saying she is. Like, that's not really even a twist. Like, she talks about having to like go by another name and like not being able to tell people who she really is and stuff. Like, that's obvious.
Yeah.
That's not like reading between the lines. Like, she talks about that. So wasn't surprised. Yeah. I saw that coming, I felt like. I guess to me, the bigger twist is how it's revealed. It's Chaol figuring it out from from the date she tells him. She gives him that date and is like confident he'll figure it out.
And he does, like, right away.
yeah.
He goes to look it up, and he's like, oh, that's the day her family died. And then he finds the eyes, and it makes so much sense in that moment because you understand why she would always avert her eyes when looking at the king.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. It's just like, even though I feel that most readers do expect it, and especially, I guess, if you're on Book Talk or Bookstagram, you hear about Aelin. So even if you don't know who she is or you don't have the spoiler, you know, a lot of people love her and you're just kind of waiting for her to be introduced. And so this is the moment. And I remember when I was reading it, this was not spoiled for me. And this was something I had like reached the conclusion by myself. But I remember seeing, why does no one rank Selena as their top FMC? Everyone's talking about how great this Aelin character is, and we get mentions of Aelin, but we don't see her yet. And I mean, there are other characters that a lot of people do really love that we haven't met yet, and I'm really excited for you to meet them. But Aelin was one of those characters brought up from the very beginning, and so I was like, come on, guys, like, this is clearly her. But even though I knew it, it was just really exciting for me to read. So I had a good time at the reveal. Were you like, it didn't really do anything for you? You're just like, oh, yep, there it is. Secret's out now. Or like, were you still like, oh man, that's crazy?
It didn't seem crazy to me. I guess the one thing that surprised me maybe is that it was revealed in book 2.
Oh, I'm so grateful it was revealed in book 2.
Yeah. I kind of thought maybe it would be drug out a little longer, or that we would find out in Assassin's Blade, which is a prequel of like who she actually was, which kind of would have made sense.
I think that would give it away too early though, because we have this big debate of when to read the Assassin's Blade. And so if people read the book first, then...
But that being said, it's not the author's responsibility if people choose to read out of publication order and her recommended order. Like if people do that, then like, okay, fine. Like then that's kind of on you. But I kind of thought when I was reading this, like maybe, but the timing of it, I guess maybe surprised me a little bit because I knew going into how many books there were. Yeah. So I kind of thought maybe book 3, I'm going to find out about even more people. And then I'm going to be like, oh, is it this person or this person or this person? At that point, it wasn't like, maybe she could be her. Maybe she could be her. Maybe she could be like, I just had this one person. I didn't have anybody else.
No, I'm so glad that we did not have to go through that because we are introduced to so many characters.
Yeah.
Even until the very end. So if this was something that she dragged out, like it would have been not as, I don't want to say rewarding for readers, but I think people would have been tired of the reveal. And the stakes come from the fact that someone that she just declared her enemy, Kale, is the one who figures it out. And she somehow, despite calling him her enemy and breaking up with him, decides that she can trust him with this detail right before she leaves. So that's like where the stakes are. And it also sets the stage for what's to come because we know now, obviously, she has a claim for her throne, and the king sucks. So things are about to get real crazy up in this bitch.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we have gotten that incredible ending out of the way, one of my favorite book endings ever, it's time for our game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, but instead it's Kiss, Befriend, Avoid, because our characters are traumatized enough, and also we're still at the YA portion of the series. So
yeah, and we're probably too old to be messing around with characters that young.
Yeah, no. We could do Hug, Befriend, Avoid. How about that? What would you choose for today's trio? We have Nehemia, Mort, and Elena.
Okay, this is tough. I want to be Mort's friend. Okay, Mort's cool. I like Mort.
Yeah.
I know, like, he's difficult and stuff, but he's also, like, a sentient object. Like, I don't know what rules
she's into that. I'm just kidding.
That's not the kind of monster romance I read, but I don't judge people who do. But more, I don't know what kind of like magical rules he's playing by, because it does seem like there's information he can give and information he can't give, and that I don't know how much of that he's like in control of. But I also just find him really funny and enjoyable, and I enjoy him every time he's on page.
I also think he's really funny, and to me, I always just imagine the doorknob from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was picturing too the whole time. Yeah. It's funny because I had a cartoon in my head the whole time and I was like, wait, what? Am I picturing the same thing as you? Because I wasn't thinking about what it's from, but it was the Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. No, I like Mort. I think he's a pretty cool character.
Yeah.
I think about him a lot. Okay, so you would befriend Mort.
Yeah.
Are you hugging or avoiding Nehemia and Elena?
I want to avoid both of them because they're both kind of pissing me off.
Ain't that the truth?
If I had to choose, I guess I'd hug Elena because just for that ending with Nehemia, because it really pissed me off that like everything she went to just to get to say goodbye to Nehemia and all she did was like scold her and walk away. And I'm like, this girl is a teenager and is traumatized and you chose to share almost nothing with her and then decided that like her journey needed to include her discovering your tragic death, played a part in her own death.
I feel like we're already on the topic. I know we technically have a character section, but I feel like we can kind of have a discussion on Nehemia's character right now. I fucking hate her. I'm sorry, you guys. Even though I hate her, I still cry about her. It's kind of strange, but I'm like, what do you mean that you intentionally tries to cause the most harm possible to Selena? Like, that's fucked up. That is not your friend. She's just a poser.
Like, here's the thing is I think Nehemia is like has a cult level belief system in what she believes in. Because like to the point that she's willing to die. Like she's willing to be a party to her own death in order to push Selena over the edge. And
it's just sick.
To a certain part, I'm like, people who, you know, like when a parent is willing to die for their child, you know, I'm like, yeah, like you're willing to die for those things that you really love and you would protect at all costs. And I understand
this is different though, because for her, she's not dying for Selena. She's like, you know what she really needs? Trauma, as if she hasn't already lost her parents, her friends, her extended family, her kingdom, other characters I won't mention because we're not there yet. But I'm like, girl, she's gone through enough already. Like, leave Brittany alone.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Like, there's a certain part of me that's like, okay, you believe in a cause enough to protect your people, which is
respect.
Noble, to literally die, to like hopefully push this person to be a domino.
That's when I do cry for her.
Yeah, like to be a line in the dominoes that's going to push this person that you believe is like prophesized to save these people. Like, oh, okay. But did it ever occur to anyone at any time to have like just an honest conversation about anything with anyone? And I mean that for everybody in this book, because that was something that was driving me crazy.
Yeah.
And we're not going to call it a miscommunication trope because they're not miscommunicating. They're refusing to communicate. And those are different things.
Yeah. And to me, it's the fact that she also knew Selena's identity the entire time.
Yeah. Like she knows so much and she refuses to have like a full honest conversation with her about what she really believes is necessary in order to solve this problem. And all she does is make Selena feel like a coward. And she's always like, you're a coward and you're doing, and it's like, girl is 18, which I know we talked about in our last episode. We were like, oh, is she 18 or 19? And we kind of got a little confused with her age.
Yeah, she's
regardless,
18.
They're still very young. She's 18. And she's a teenager. When I think about teenagers, like an 18-year-old, they're often still in high school. Like, you're a kid, okay? And, you know, I have teenage nieces and nephews. And if anybody would make them feel like a coward after witnessing their whole family getting slaughtered and having to live in hiding the rest of their life because they were scared they could die, like, fuck you. Like, she's 18.
Fuck you.
Like,
fuck you.
Like, I'm sorry, but that is really messed up. And I can understand being like, no, we really truly believe like you're this person that you're going to be the one to like raise us out of this and to save all these people and to end these horrible atrocities that are happening to people. and if you really believe that, but maybe you don't destroy the person's like
well, she could have.
confidence.
We don't know yet the full aftermath of Nehemiah's actions, but what if she completely destroyed Aelin? You know, like
Yeah.
what if she could never recover from that?
Yeah, like
It's just so dumb. It's just so dumb.
and yeah, so it's frustrating to me. I don't love that Elena is keeping things from her. I wonder if there is. I'm trying to think of a good example of this in like a book I've read, but I know that there's books that have involved like other side type beings and like time distortion in books where they'll be like, no, we can't give you too much information because if we give you too much information, it'll actually mess things up. Like we're trying to get these dominoes to fall in a really specific way, and we know that if like there's too much information out there, that it'll actually cause problems. And so like I kind of wonder with Elena if there's a certain amount of that going on, but I just feel like Nehime could have been like, hey, this group I was working with has gotten out of control, and we really like we have to save these people, and we have to come up with a plan together to save these people, and like actually worked with Selena instead of
Against her.
literally just trying to control her and manipulate her.
Even just having Kale kidnapped, like that could have been easily avoided.
Yeah. I just everything about it, it just drives me crazy. And at the end when she's just scolding her for opening the gate, and I'm like, do you know how traumatized she had to be to like figure this out and to go try to see you, not even like her parents.
She's
like,
just trying to get advice. Like she doesn't know what to do. Like
yeah. And again, she's 18. And I just think about that. I mean, I remember what it was like to be 18, and I remember feeling older than I was. And I look at my nieces and nephews who are teenagers, and I'm like, oh, you think you've got it figured out, and you think you know what you're doing, and you don't. And I love you so much, but 5 years from now, it's going to be really interesting for you to look back on this time in your life.
Oh yeah.
And I just think of her being 18, because I know these books were published when Sarah J Maas was in like her late 20s. But she wrote them originally when she was young, and I'm sure they went through edits and things like that. But I just I can't imagine. I just can't imagine like putting that on an 18-year-old's shoulders. Like it's just so messed up.
Just you wait, Karly. So I would personally, I would also befriend Mort. I would hug Nehemia, and I would avoid Elena. I'm gonna restrain myself for now and save that for our character discussion.
Okay.
But that's what I would choose for our...
All right. I feel like Elena was barely in this one. Like she was in it more in last book, I feel like, than she was in this one. So I don't know that like I feel like I learned so much more about her than her just being cryptic.
She's gotta recharge her energy.
Yeah. I don't know how the other side works. I don't know.
So with this being a reread for you and for me, how do you think this compared to the first time? Like, did you enjoy Crown of Midnight this to go around, or about the same? How are you feeling?
I feel like I probably enjoyed it a little bit more. I do remember last time I read this feeling that parts of it really picked up for me. But
after that ending, I was just sad.
I feel like I liked Kale more in this book too. I definitely think remembering that these characters are as young as they are helps a lot.
Well, I think Kale, I want to say he has the same age difference. Selena and Kale have the same age difference as me and my husband. So it's 4 years. So he is in his early 20s.
Yeah, that's still young though for like the position he's holding and what he's doing. Yeah, no, it's
totally young. Yeah, no, I was actually going to ask you about this too, but last time we kind of discussed this love triangle. Who do you prefer? And when Selena switched allegiances from Dorian to Kale, I also switched allegiances. I was all aboard the Kale train. Especially when he lost his shit with Selena being poisoned by the Gloriella and she was paralyzed and he's like tearing open her dress with the knife and like freaking out. I was like, oh, I'm like really into this.
Yeah.
So I really liked him a lot more in this book too. I was sad about her not being with Dorian, but I also understand. And I still love Dorian. I just recognize that Dorian is not for her. So
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah.
I feel like, to me, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but in case they haven't read ACOTAR, but I feel like Dorian is just like same character, different font. Just like, oh, I wrote this YA version of him, and now I'm going to write an adult version of him.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
You just have a lot to learn about Dorian still. So,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about him.
yeah. Buckle
But
up.
I liked both of them on page. It wasn't like I was disliking either of them. But, yeah, we'll get into Kale in the character section, I'm sure.
Yeah. Whew, okay, so we have been a little bit all over the place, so bear with us, listeners. But we don't need magic in Aurelia to talk about all the magical moments and quotes in Crown of Midnight. So what was your overall favorite scene in this book?
My overall favorite scene in this book. Gosh, there were some really good ones in this book.
There are a lot of good scenes.
Yeah. Okay, it's very specific. But
Hit me.
it's when Fleetfoot tries to defend Elena from the monster.
Oh,
My sweet baby.
look,
My precious angel.
I love Fleetfoot, and this is the only spoiler I will give for the whole series. So if you don't want to know what happens to Fleetfoot, then you can skip 2 seconds. But Fleetfoot survives. So
Yeah.
he survives to the end.
Yeah. You mentioned that
no.
in our other Throne of Glass episode, too.
I know. I just have to, every time I have to mention it. No, Fleetfoot is so pure. And I'm just like, the fact that Fleetfoot went to go save Selena, and then like Selena goes to save him, and Kale goes to save him. I'm just like, oh. And then also when Fleetfoot was crying for Nehemia, oh my God, I was triggered. It like brought me back to Mockingjay, and I won't say what, but when she's like, she's not coming back, I was like, Fleetfoot is sad. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
But that was a good scene. I mean, just that entire fight inside the portal, I loved that. And even though I called the final reveal and I loved that and I knew that she was Aelin, I, for some reason, was super surprised that she was Faye. So when she went through the portal and then like had the magic, I was like, what is going on? Even though she had like mentioned previously, like, oh, my great grandmother is a Fae, I was like, what? So that I think that's pretty funny.
When she beat Kale back when he was on horseback and she was on foot, I was like, girl's probably got some magic.
That's a little suspicious. I mean, but there's not magic in this world yet. So it's just very interesting.
I mean, people are still somehow managing to get some.
Some people, very interesting.
Some people.
Very, very interesting. And then the other favorite scene that I just want to briefly mention is Selena's fight with Baba Yellowlegs. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that was a really cool scene. That was a really fascinating character, honestly. I love, like, the cast of characters in this, like, even when they're not around for very long. They're very fascinating.
Yeah.
So they're all very distinctive, which helps because you're dealing with a lot of... I feel like for a YA series, we're dealing with a lot of characters.
Yeah, no, we definitely
pretty quickly. And they're all very distinctive, so it's pretty easy to actually keep them straight. And I appreciate that. But yeah, what if, like, I really found Baba Yellowlegs very compelling? Like,
yeah,
I could read her book.
Do you think that Selena's run-in with Baba Yellowlegs will bite her in the butt later?
I mean, I think so. I feel like it has to at some point to some extent. I feel like that's going to be something because they said something very ominous about that, about witches, like, will know what she did or something, like, somehow. And I was like, oh, like, they'll be able to, like, smell her blood on you or something like that. And I was like, oh, God.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like at some point, to some extent, yes. I mean, there's 8 books, so I feel like it won't completely take her out.
That's true.
For at least a while.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Everyone's at risk of dying here. So.
Oh, boy.
Now, I did ask you this last time. I'll probably ask it every single time. If you had to pick a favorite point of view from this book, which one would it be?
You know, I feel like Dorian was going through it. Mm-hmm. So probably Dorian.
We love
because
Dorian.
It was fascinating seeing him like start to realize like what was happening to him, and also coming to her terms with like Selena choosing Kale, and but also like still wanting to be her friend, but like not quite knowing how, and figuring all of that out. And he wasn't like, I appreciated that he wasn't behaving like awful. Like sometimes I feel like characters are made to behave awful when they're like not chosen by somebody.
Yeah.
And he wasn't trying to make her feel bad, which I appreciated. Like he was just trying to figure it out.
He's just a stand-up guy. We love
Yeah.
Dorian.
Yeah.
We love him.
So I like, and him like being like, oh my God, I have this magic in me. Like, like
Right?
that song, I have the magic in me.
Got the magic in me. Yeah, no, that perfectly leads into the next thing I want to talk about. But just in case people care, obviously my favorite POV is always going to be Selena / Aelin.
Gotcha.
So, anyway, so Dorian figures out he has magic in this book. Nobody else in the kingdom, with the exception of Selena stepping through the portal, nobody else in the kingdom has magic. What did you think about this reveal? And how do you think this will impact his character moving forward?
I did really love the reveal. I think, again, would have been nice if Nehemia would have had a real honest conversation with him about it instead of being a cagey bastard. But
Nothing pisses me off more than cagey characters and people.
You know, I feel like
Just be honest.
I'm not going to give any spoilers, but you know that in Empyrean, there's one character that I'm like, could you have just sat down and had a conversation with people and told them like what the hell was going on? Because you knew a lot and you never said anything. And I was big mad by the end of Onyx Storm and had like a full tantrum about that character. Anyways, I do get frustrated with that. I'm like, can we have a conversation, please? But yeah, no, the reveal was great. I'm trying to like think back if the first time I was like super surprised. I don't feel like I was super surprised. I remember
I was more excited than surprised.
Yeah, it was such a great reveal though. Like it was done so well, and like him getting mad and like punching something and having it like explode. He was like, "Oh my God!" Like
to me, I thought it was giving Elsa from Frozen.
Oh yeah,
and he's like, "Let it go," and it's like he's like, "I gotta conceal it. I can't feel it because." Right now, he doesn't know how to control his powers, and it's manifesting as ice. And so I was just like, oh, that's so funny. He's basically Elsa. And I think I literally had looked up, did Crown of Midnight come out first, or did Frozen come out first?
I'm guessing Crown of Midnight came out first.
I think it was. And
yeah,
I honestly forget. It's been so long since I initially had read it. But even if it wasn't, Queen of Glass, which was the original Throne of Glass that she had written when she was 16 before it got published traditionally. She wrote that way before. So yeah.
But yeah, no, it was such a great reveal. It was done so interestingly. And I mean, it didn't super surprise me because there was like Fae lineage in his line that he knew about.
Yeah. Well, he's related to Elena just like Aelin is.
Yeah. It makes it weirder that they were into each other.
I mean, they're way more than first cousins. It's like once removed.
Not more.
Yeah, no.
Way less.
No, they have huge distance between them. They're like thousands.
I just mean like
years.
less related than first cousins.
Oh yeah. They have like a huge history between them and their most recent ancestor. So they're not related. But back to what were we talking about? Oh, how do you think this is going to affect him like in the next books? Because like obviously his dad is killing everybody who has magic, and then like now he has magic. Do you think he's going to get caught?
Oh, like by his dad?
Yeah, well, because Selena, right before she left, she's like, I'm going to come back for you. So do you think that she's going to come back and save him and then like teach him how to use his magic? Or do you think he's going to be able to figure it out for himself? Do you think he's going to get caught?
You know, I think his dad is okay with magic as long as he can control it. So I think if he thinks he can control Dorian, he'll be okay. But that being said, Dorian's becoming more and more uncontrollable, and his dad sees that. Because Dorian's been more defiant and working around his dad lately, and like he's been getting annoyed. So, I mean, I definitely think at some point his dad's gonna know. I don't know if it's in like, I mean, obviously, Assassin's Blade is like a prequel, so like not that book. And I honestly have no memory of Heir of Fire.
Yeah,
so,
and you didn't finish Heir of Fire.
And I didn't finish Heir of Fire. So like maybe in the next book, but like. But I'm assuming his dad's going to figure it out at some point. I'm assuming his dad will figure it out at some point. To me, what's going to happen to Dorian is going to depend on whether or not his dad thinks he can control him. Or his dad does something to try to control him. Because I think the dad doesn't actually hate magic. I think he just sees magic as a threat to him. And if he can have magic and control it, that's probably fine.
Okay. So what do you think he would do to Dorian to control him?
I mean, I don't know what's available in this world to control magic. Like, I'm assuming there's something he could do to him to control it. I don't know what that is in this world. I mean, I know they use I don't
know, because no one has magic. So
yeah. Well, I mean, they had it not that long ago. It was like 10 years ago. So I'm assuming there was ways of like
there is iron
capturing people and like controlling them if they needed to imprison them or something. But I'm assuming the dad did something to, you know, like, because they talk about like him somehow maybe using the word key to like make magic away. Maybe he can use the word key to control Dorian.
Oh,
I don't know.
That'd be crazy. Imagine having such a powerful object and you're like, you know what? Fuck my son in particular. Let me just use this for my son.
Let me control him too. I mean, I feel like they were, you know, like they were making Kaltain into some sort of puppet and doing things to her. And like she was having memory issues and those headaches and things. I don't know.
That's true.
But I feel like his dad would try to find a way to control. Because I do think his dad like wants him as his heir. I think he recognizes that the younger brother is like not it.
Yeah, his younger brother sucks.
Yeah, his younger brother sucks.
He just throws a tantrum.
He just like can't control himself. So I think Dorian is like shot for an heir, but also, I mean, this guy just seems so crazy power hungry that I can see him just trying to become immortal and not even caring about his family.
Yeah.
If that's a possibility. Like, I don't know if that's on the table. I don't know what you could do with the word keys. That hasn't, they're kind of like, well, we don't really know. We just know they're like super powerful and we like don't know what their limits are. And it's like, that's convenient.
That's so convenient.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, maybe we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm guessing we'll find out at least some of it.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing his dad will find out at some point, and I'm guessing his dad will maybe try to control him, but also his dad's just so crazy power hungry, I could see him just trying to kill him.
Rip. Gone too soon.
His dad's kind of a terrible person. I don't think his dad will kill him. I think his dad will try to kill him.
Try to. Won't kill. Yeah. There are a lot of terrible characters in this book, or not a lot. There are a couple, but the ones that are bad characters like really suck. So
yeah, I hope we like find out why these people are like terrible.
Yeah,
people, like what's going on here. I hope it's like a well-developed villain.
Yeah, you'll get what you want. So
okay, sounds good.
Okay, we gotta change the subject. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we were already talking about the king, and something that Selena does a lot in this book is that she's openly defying the king. She is not killing anyone. She's faking their deaths. She's letting them escape. But Kale firmly believes Selena was assassinating people as the king's assassin, and it is a running joke in the fandom, if you didn't know, that Kale was shocked that Selena would do such a thing, especially when he saw how she gutted Archer Finn. He's like, wait, an assassin's killing people? So I just want to know what you thought about all that, because I know I was face palming. I was like, girl, you do not mess with the king. Like, I cannot believe you are not just not killing these people, but are actively helping them to escape. Because I'm like, what if any of them get caught somewhere else? Like, right? Like, it was just like really stressing me out. But I thought Kale's reaction to her killing people was a little unwarranted and silly. It doesn't make me dislike him. I was just like, dude, like, what did you think she would do? She's just trying to survive like you know? But her killing Archer was so satisfying to me. He needed to go.
It was so satisfying because I hate Archer.
Yeah.
I hated everything about Archer.
And he's like, Lena. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I just could not stand him. Everything from when she decided to tell him and give him time to get his affairs in order, and then he just kept complaining that it wasn't enough time. And I'm like, just be grateful you're not dead. Like, go get your shit together and go. And everything he orchestrated,
Such
how
a schemer.
He was also just power hungry in his own right. And I think a lot of times there are themes in books like this where people...
Their hubris.
Well, there's hubris, but there's also just the need for revenge can fuel them in the wrong direction. And don't get me wrong, like, I love a tale of revenge. Like, some books with revenge, that's great. Like, I get it. But in this case, it was like fueling him to do crazier and crazier things.
Yeah.
And risking other people in order for his revenge. And it just kind of also seemed like it just kind of, the revenge eventually led him to just being power hungry.
Yeah.
And that just seems to kind of be a thing that happens a lot. But to answer your first part of your question about the fandom and Kale, yeah, I kind of feel like Selena kind of, just couldn't win.
Yeah.
Because she's damned if she does and damned if she don't kind of feeling. Yeah. Both, I feel like Kale and Nehemia are like, you can't kill people, that's horrible. And she's like, what did you think I came here for? And like, then when she tells them both that she's not, they're like, what are you doing? The king's gonna kill you. And it's like,
no, literally, it was just like frustrating. Yeah, it was frustrating.
It was frustrating for me too. That being said, I will say I still cannot buy Selena as both the girl that's gorging herself on candy and traipsing around the palace and complaining about everything and being a normal, egotistical 18-year-old that likes to complain about stuff, and this like ruthless, calculating assassin. Like, these two people still don't go together for me. And I remember at one point in the book, I was reading it and I was like, it would honestly make more sense if at the end of this book, and I know it's not going to happen because I know I've already read this book, but it would make more sense if it turned out Selena had a twin.
Oh my God.
And there was two of them, and one of them was this girl, and one of them was the assassin. That would
maybe
more sense.
Just kidding. There was a moment where I was like, is Aelin her twin? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Honestly, that would have made more sense to me because
that would have been crazy.
I just cannot, like, my brain cannot marry the emotionally immature 18-year-old that we see on page 90% of the time with like the cold, calculating assassin we see the other 10%. They're just not the same character to me, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, my brain's like, nope, not buying this. Just not buying it. I'm like, okay. So there is that. So maybe Kale is also experiencing that.
Yeah, no, I think he's just kind of delusional. He's refusing to accept that side of her, even though he's literally trained with her. And yeah, it's like, you can't get mad at her for doing what she's there for. But
what you brought her there for.
Yeah.
And helped her win the competition to do. But I will say, on a reread, I do feel like he gave her way less shit about it than I thought, like, I remembered him.
Yeah, I think the fandom likes to way over-exaggerate this. It's a funny joke, but by how often people make this joke, they forget how it really is in the book, and it's really not that big of a deal.
Well, because, like, you even get a little bit of his internal struggle of, like, I know, like, she doesn't really have, like, she has to do this kind of, like, and he's struggling with it, and you can see him struggling with it, and you can see him even, I think, at one point trying to apologize to her for the fact that he's struggling with this. Nehemia was way worse to me. I'm like, girl, what do you want from her? Like, you both want her to be, like, your inside girl, and also defy the person. Like, what do you, like, pick a lane.
Yeah, I don't even want to get started on all of that.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I have many thoughts, and I feel like a lot of them have already been expressed, so I won't. But I guess we're back to Nehemia again. Dear God,
sorry.
we can't get over her. Well, we haven't really formally talked about her death, I suppose, in a way. I don't know. How did you react to Nehemia and her guards being slaughtered at the end of part 1? And how did you react to Selena singing at Nehemia's grave and then vowing to free her people?
So I wasn't super surprised she was dead because she kind of foreshadowed, what was going to happen to her. She was like having a conversation with what seemed to be Elena, probably, about what was going to happen to her. So I wasn't super shocked. I was more, again, frustrated. I was very frustrated with this character.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh, great. So now you just leave her with all these unanswered questions and not all the information she needs to make choices. And this is just a lot.
Yeah.
But that's how I felt about that. And Selena singing at Nehemia's grave,
Yet another moment where I didn't clock her as being Fae, even though she's singing in the Fae language. I was just like,
I'm so surprised.
It's because she's Aelin, and she's just, that's the language of Terrasen. It must be.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool that she vowed to help the people of Eelway, like in that moment.
I mean, I'm glad that she wants to help people. I felt sorry for her in that moment because I felt like the way she had been manipulated into getting to that decision was just messed up.
Yeah. As far as Nehemia's death, I was expecting her to die in book 1. Like, not like die in book 1, but like as I was reading book 1, I was like, she's not making it through the series. I really don't see her like surviving.
Got it.
I was surprised she died this early. But like you mentioned, there were signs. She was talking to Elena and had orchestrated her own death. So I was prepared for it. And I actually didn't cry. I'm a huge crier, especially when it comes to character deaths. I did not. That's how much I disliked Nehemia for what she did.
Yeah.
But the only part that surprised me was how early it happened. And that was it. And after that, like, I feel a lot more for the characters and how they react than for the character that died. Like when Selena had raced back to the rooms and then was telling Kael, you're my enemy, etc. It was dramatic, but it didn't move me too much. And even on a reread, I still don't cry in that part.
Yeah, I didn't cry in this book.
No.
To no one's surprise. My cold heart did not cry.
But from here on out, I will be crying in every single book. So be prepared.
Fair enough.
Be prepared.
All right.
So, all right. Before we move on to our characters, are there any other scenes that you would like to discuss? I guess the only other scene that I can think of was, this isn't a favorite moment, but it was a cute moment when Selena had planned Kael's birthday dinner on the roof. I thought that was really cute.
That was super cute. I really felt that scene was really visual. I know we talk about when we read scenes that are really visual, how much we love that. I really feel like I could picture like the lighting and the city view and the scenery and the food and the ambiance. Like it just felt really real. Like I remember thinking like, I want to go have a meal there. This sounds lovely.
Yes. Oh, girl. Okay. I got some restaurants for the next time we get together.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah. I feel like we've honestly discussed
the whole book.
Yeah, no, really. I'm like, God, we've been talking for a long time about the book. And it's funny because I'm like, this book, I feel like not a ton of stuff happens. But in all the next ones, it's like, boom, 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 boom.
Well, the thing is I feel like
it's still setting the stage.
I feel like everything in this book happens in the last like 30% of the book. So I feel like the first 70% is kind of slow and not a lot going on. And then Nehemia dies. And then it's like all these things happen after that. But
yeah. When she goes into the clock tower and is chased by that monster, and then Dorian shows up, and the Walking Dead book is there, and they're like using word marks because word marks work, but not magic. Crazy.
I mean, I feel like word marks are still just a kind of magic, but okay.
It is a kind of magic. It's like the language of magic.
Yeah. But I definitely feel like we've talked about, I think we got through everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did. All right.
Okay. Let's talk about the characters we'd crown as King's Champion or send the champion after. Kinsey, who are you crowning in this book?
To no one's surprise, it is still Selena / Aelin, my Lord and Savior. No, I'm just kidding. I love Aelin. Like, I see no wrong. Well, I see her wrongs, but I support women's wrongs and rights.
Yeah.
Or rights and wrongs. So
yeah.
I
all
support
of them,
her.
both ways.
I support her. I love her.
Yeah, I did really feel for her in this book. I also really felt for Dorian in this book.
I love Dorian.
But I think who I'm going to crown in this book is my baby doggy puppy,
Fleetfoot.
Fleetfoot, because she's so brave. She's so courageous.
Brave. She's just doing the best she can. My dog is so lucky that I read Throne and Glass after I named her, because she could have been named Fleetfoot. But my next dog better watch out.
Yeah.
It's probably also going to be a golden retriever, so they're definitely going to be named Fleetfoot, regardless of if it's a boy or a girl. Just kidding. Okay, so which character is on your hit list? Who are you sending the King's Champion after?
I mean, I don't think I need to, because she's already dead.
Ayo! Okay, so I had written down Nehemia and Elena. Sorry, not sorry. I don't think we have to talk about Nehemia anymore. I feel like we got that out of the way, but I would love to talk about Elena. If I had a gun with 2 bullets in it and Nehemia and Elena were in the same room, I would shoot Elena twice.
Okay.
I fucking hate that bitch so fucking much. Listen, there are villains in this story, and then there's Elena, and she's not technically a villain, but I fucking hate her. I have beef with her. Am I
going to get to know her better in later books?
A little bit more, later on, but, listen, I just find her so useless in the first 2 books. I'm like, you couldn't just to give a straight answer for fucking once? How come a fucking doorknob is able to give better answers than Elena? She's like, you have to do this big task for me, but I can't tell you what the task is. Also, you gotta beware of these people, but I can't tell you about it. I'm like, bitch, give her some fucking answers. All she is there for is to make Aylin's life more difficult. And I'm like, you suck. And she just conveniently shows up after the action, or she's just useless, and I hate her. Listen, I love Aylin, okay? So if you give her a hard time, then I don't like you.
Okay.
So, no, okay. I'm in danger territory, so I think that's all. Okay. Was there anything else that you would like to discuss? Any characters?
I mean, I will say the only thing character-wise that frustrates me, I know I kind of mentioned this earlier in the episode, but the character's inability to have a conversation and explain things. You told Kale who you really were before you told him that the king said he would kill him if you didn't complete your tasks. Why, Selena? There was clearly, there wasn't time. There was time for some things. You said that you sat there for 5 minutes and told him all this stuff, and you couldn't tell him 2 sentences.
Listen, that stresses me out the whole next book.
I'm just real annoyed with her for that nonsense, and I'm annoyed with Kale for making the decision to send her to Gwendolyn without even talking to her. Being like, hey, I think this might be what's best for you. Let's talk about it and actually give you some agency and choice of what happens with your life, since you haven't had it ever.
He's like, you have to kill your cousin and your uncle, and if you don't, then you inadvertently kill me.
Listen, could they have just sat down and had a conversation?
Apparently not. Look, there are spies in the castle, so maybe they were afraid of spies, but they also have a secret little room that they can go in the tunnels and go to the...
Listen, there was ways to have this conversation, and it never happened because they're both non-communicators, and I feel like that always leads to characters' downfall, and I'm like, this is gonna get you killed.
I'm gonna warn you now that Aylin is a horrible communicator, and she doesn't tell anyone anything.
Well, be prepared for me to dislike her.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. Yeah,
I don't have to like a character to enjoy a book, so that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. The good news is there are so many FMCs and MMCs and so many POVs. She just has her reasons for not sharing things.
Yeah, but I think when you're a person too, when you realize that things haven't been shared with you and that's been detrimental to you, that you should learn from that. And if you don't, that's your own fault.
Yeah. This is a discussion I have to have in the next book. I can't have this discussion in this book.
All right.
All right. Any other thoughts on characters?
No, I think that's all I had to say. I feel like Kale gets too much hate.
I agree.
I think he did everything he could to save her this book, and I have a lot of respect for that. And I think he recognized his own internal struggle. I don't like the fact that he like didn't communicate with her about Gwendolyn, because I think people continue to make those choices for her. It drives me crazy. I'm like, give this girl some agency, for the love of God.
Yep.
And I really enjoyed Dorian in this book too. Like, I could tell he was trying to handle what happened maturely, and he was really disappointed. But he was also going through some shit. And I just was, like, surprised with how well he handled it, I think, most of the book. And, yeah. And Fleetfoot is perfect.
Fleetfoot is always perfect. They could do no wrong.
Literally no wrong.
Yeah. I know you already read part of Air of Fire, but are you excited to go to Wenlin at least? Because even though...
I am. I mean, I always listen. Fantasy, one of my favorite things is getting to explore the world, and so I really am excited to go to Wendelin and see it. I don't love how it happened, but I will say, a man who will go after your dog and save your dog in another realm against a monster, unarmed, lost his sword because it like bit it in half or something crazy, and he's still trying to get your dog back. That's a real man right there. Okay.
A lot of people seem to forget this detail every time they complain about Kaol.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually insane, because that's one of the bravest things that someone has to do. And it's so selfless. So.
Like, I'm like, listen, a man who will save your dog, that's a man worth keeping. Okay, there's a reason why Ariel fell in love with Prince Eric, and it's because she saw him saving that dog from that burning ship, okay?
You know, that is a good point.
All right?
That is a good point.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to go to Wetland, even though we have to read the Assassin's Blade.
Okay.
I can't wait to cry with you. Actually, you're probably not going to cry. I'm excited to cry in front
I'll
of
listen
everybody.
to you cry. It's fine.
Great. Perfect. All right. Now, at this point in the series, were there any moments you thought were foreshadowing, or do you have any theories for what's to come? I know we're still kind of in this between period where you technically have read part of the next books, but I don't know if you have any thoughts.
I think everything I saw for foreshadowing happens in Air of Fire.
Okay.
That I'm aware of, and I do know that happens, so I'm not gonna say I won't spoil it for anybody.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
I'm excited for when we do cover Air of Fire, because then we do get to get your thoughts for the first time.
Yeah.
Initial reactions. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Anyway,
All right.
So to close, with everything we've discussed today, what's your overall rating of this book?
It's probably a 4-star.
4-star. Okay.
I do feel like too much happened at the very end, with not enough happening throughout the most of the book for me personally. But I still found what happened really compelling.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking forward to Air of Fire, and I am looking forward to Assassin's Blade. I do remember really liking Assassin's Blade, but I'm also looking forward to seeing like what happens in Wendelin and stuff. So 4 stars.
No, that's
what
exciting.
About you?
I rank this book higher than Throne of Glass, but with the ending, I'm like, the ending is a 5-star ending for me, but you are right that there aren't enough things that happen in the beginning. So as someone who's reread it, I think it's more of like a 4.5, 4.75, probably closer to a 4.5. But I do think that ending is like a 5-star.
It's a good ending. It's like a crazy thing that happens at the end, and it's fun to read.
Yeah,
and you're also stressed for Fleetfoot, like real stressed.
So stressed. Like I think, to me, and I know some people say, oh, I don't get into the series until Air of Fire even. But for me, I was interested in Throne of Glass book 1, but this book for sure solidified that I was obsessed with that ending.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
Right.
I'm really happy that you're enjoying the series more this time.
I'm glad. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm glad to finally get to like take part in the conversations that like people have on Bookstagram, and just to not be so scared of spoilers that I instantly scroll anytime I see something that says Throne of Glass or Crescent City, because like anytime I would just like scroll, because I was like, I don't know if it's a spoiler for me or not, because I haven't read it all yet.
It is such a relief to have finally finished the Maasverse. Let me tell you, I feel like I can finally engage in half of Bookstagram.
I feel like 90% of the spoilers on Bookstagram are about these series. So like,
no, really. It's like you have to be afraid of it until you finish.
Yeah.
So.
Clearly, I wasn't committed to my DNF because I was avoiding spoilers just in case I ever went back. So.
Because it wasn't a DNF, it was a pause.
It was a pause.
It was a pause.
All right. The world's longest pause.
Hey, I've paused a lot of series, even series that I really enjoyed. They're paused.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Any final thoughts before we say goodbye?
Selena Sardathian wasn't in league with Aelin Ashriver Galathynius. Selena Sardathian was Aelin Ashriver Galathynius, heir to the throne and rightful queen of Terrasen. Because, yeah, I do have that memorized.
Can confirm that if you're friends with Kinsey and on FaceTime with her, this is just one of her vocal tics. She will just say randomly sometimes.
And, like, I feel like half of my reels are always, like, spoilers for Crown of Midnight. And it's always just jokes about the reveal. And I just love it. Like, you know that, like, trending one that's the sailors or the submarine song, like, they want you, they want you, they want you. I did that with Selena / Aelin, and I think it's the funniest video.
It is really, really funny. It's really good.
I love really when my own videos, like, crack me up, but... I love it. I just think it's so funny. She's like, no, I'm not. Aelin's not building an army. That's crazy talk. And then she's like, joke's on you. Anyway.
All right.
That's all my thought.
This is where we leave you today, Basic Book Besties. Thank you so much for listening. Please leave us a review and join us for our next Throne of Glass reaction episode where we are discussing our thoughts and feelings on the prequel, The Assassin's Blade. Kinsey's gonna cry.
I am. I was working on our outline of like points to discuss, and I was already crying. So that's great.
That tracks.
Anyway, if you need more bookish content, we have 4 ongoing seasons. You are currently listening to our Crash Course season for the Massverse, but we also have Fourth Wing deep dive topics, fun author interviews, and our book bestie chats featuring spice ratings, our thoughts on recent adaptations, discussions on our current reads, and more. Our Massverse Season 2 content releases weekly on Thursdays, while our other seasons release episodes sporadically on Tuesdays.
You can check out our website, basicandbookishpod.com, for info about our contact form, upcoming seasons, which authors we have scheduled next, events we're attending, and more. We'll link that down in the show notes.
You can join us over on Patreon, where you can access all of our episodes ad-free, 3 days early, and in full video, plus extras like exclusive quarterly book club access, shoutouts on the show, and PDF resources. You'll find our Patreon link in the show notes, along with all the ways you can support the podcast.
Don't forget to stay in the loop by following us on social media at Basic and Bookish Pod and joining us in our Discord chat. Who knows, you might just meet your next book bestie there.
We'll be back next week. Until then, prepare to crash out over ACOTAR 6 as we continue to crash course our way through the Massverse.
I know you'll be crashing out the next one.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
That's okay. I'll be here for you.
Thanks. And I will have tissues readily available on my desk. I am prepared. So,
and if people are crashing out, come join us on the Discord. We'll help you out.
Yeah. I'm there every day. So